It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the Miami Dolphins. Coming up next.
It's had many names, but only one NFL team over the years. We're at the home of the Dolphins, Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Jason Sanders is out, ready to kick this one away. And here we go from Miami. Darius Davis to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by someone known for putting up numbers since he entered the league back in 2020, the Oregon product, Justin Herbert.
True story. First time I saw Justin Herbert at a Pac-12 media days, I thought, that can't be Justin Herbert. That guy looks like a defensive lineman. He is massive. But then you watch him play and you realize he's one of those 6'5", 6'6" guys that's the athlete of a 6'2". The way that he moves so effortlessly, the way that rocket arm can throw the ball all over the field. Been hyper productive statistically. Kind of like that Fouts guy that wore the lightning bolt before him. On any given Sunday, this guy can put on a show. You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Completed here to Johnston. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Play brought to an end by Jalen Ramsey.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes, just like that.
Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
First and 10 from the 41. Here's the first give to Gus Edwards. And he's able to reach that midfield stripe after some solid running. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. Has a lane inside the 35. And he's down all the way to the 30. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Offense sure is marching to begin this game. Here's a first down from the 30. From the pistol, it's Herbert. Johnston brings it in. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
And he gets very good yardage there. That's down inside the 10. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. This throw is caught. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Herbert from the gun. Escapes the pocket. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Chargers finish up an excellent opening series. Justin Herbert with the touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Dolphins nothing.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. D. Eskridge to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Dolphins offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a proud Samoan and one of your few fellow lefty QBs, Brock, Tua Tagovailoa.
Tua's early career, yeah, it was known for injuries. Maybe not being as durable and as available as you want in a top 10 pick. But the last few years, he's taken great strides to rewrite that narrative. Remember, this was a guy that rewrote the record books in Hawaii, won a national championship at Alabama, and nobody questioned the accuracy of that left arm. It was just the availability, well, that he's had to rewrite, and he's done a heck of a job.
Opening carry for Devon Achane. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Second down carry for Achane. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 1 yard on the run, so just 3 yards across those last 2 carries. It's 3rd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They kick the running back in motion. Taken in by Smith. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it'll be first down, Miami.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Waddle now in motion right. First down, here's Tua. Look at all this time. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Here's Achane up the middle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Throw in. Here's Tagovailoa on 3rd. On target to his man, Barrios. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Tua off the play fake. He sends this one to the end zone. That's much too high and out of the end zone, incomplete.
I'll tell you what that deflection right there, Kate, tells me. That defense was following and reading the quarterback's eyes, knew exactly where that throw was going. And it takes a little bit of intuition, a little bit of feel. He's able to get his hands on it and knock it out of bounds.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Tua now from the gun. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
4th down, and on comes Jason Sanders for the Dolphins field goal. This will be a 45-yard look from the left hash. Aubrey puts it through, and it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. On the return, here comes Davis. He stopped on the return at the 27. So the LA offense getting out there for their 2nd drive. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Running behind center with Edwards. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Herbert now off the play fake. To his back, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Back to the air, Herbert. Finds McConkey. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Devon Holland there to make the stop.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Herbert now to throw on third. He has the first over the middle. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. That one gains 7. And the Chargers will have a first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
1st and 10, Herbert. Hauled in by Dobbins. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 3 now. They go play action. Here's Herbert. They send in the hands of Will Dissly. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a 21-yard gain. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. It's Herbert once more. He's on the move. Now here he goes.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now at Hard Rock. It's the Chargers looking at 2nd and 3. Throwing from the gun. Escapes the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And they're going to have to regroup after this one.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with the quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
3rd and just 2 to go. To throw, Herbert. And he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers grow their lead just before halftime. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. How quickly things can change, partner. The pain from being taken down that prior play, yeah, I imagine that's gone and forgotten now, and it's been replaced by the adrenaline from finding the end zone there.
Yeah, that defense could have certainly used the pass rush from the previous play because that quarterback had plenty of time to scan the field and make a throw, and he gets an immediate measure of revenge for that sack.
Dicker on now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chargers drive their lead to 11.
Dolphins 3.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Eskridge on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So Miami headed out for its 2nd drive of the game. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Blitz coming, Tua. He's got Smith. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Third and 4 coming up now. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. First and 10 from the 41. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions, you get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Able to find Achane. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Christian Fulton, the one to bring him down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
All right, back to the ground game here. And he doesn't get much there on what turns out to be the final play of the half. We've reached the break. The Chargers visitors, but fighting out to an early advantage. Now we'll send you up to Orlando, our studios there, for Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, sit tight. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But for now, this is our Halftime Report.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Eskridge on the return. Returns looking good so far. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. Here comes the Miami offense for the opening possession of the 3rd. It's a 14-3 ball game as they take over following the score. They've got first down from the 31. They send the tight end in motion. This finds Smith. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Going play action, Tagovailoa. Has his man, it's Smythe.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Tua. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Second half begins with a run by Achane. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Completes this one to Hill. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Alohi Gilman up from the secondary for that tackle.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Running with Achane out of the gun. He's got a gain of 6 there. Sent to the ground by Khalil Mack. Call it a gain of 6, and they need only 2 now on 3rd down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Third down run from Achane. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
All set up now for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Achane reels it in. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well, and it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Out of the shotgun, a give to Achane. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Extra defender in the secondary now for the Chargers. 3rd down coming. Tua out of the pistol. And he's to the 5 before going out of bounds. They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Tua now from the gun. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
Oh, 1st and goal, you take a sack. I got nothing good to say about that. So let me flip it over on the other side where you got everything good to say. That's exactly what you want to do. You want to get them behind the sticks. You want to knock them backwards. And now you put a whole lot more pressure on that offense to respond.
Driven backward to the 11 as they line up for 2nd and goal. Another try following the sack. Escapes the pocket. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Tua Tagovailoa with the touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
That one falls incomplete, though we do have a flag that we've got to check out first.
That's interference. Offense.
So the defense decides to decline the penalty.
The penalty is declined.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Starting from the 5. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Out comes the offense now for the Chargers. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Brought down that time by Kendall Fuller.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 32. He completes it in traffic. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. 2 men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Herbert on 1st down. That throw finds Johnston. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line.
A gain of 19 yards.
3 quarters in the books from this one. It's Chargers football as they try to hang on to a lead in a close game. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Now Herbert again. Completed here to Johnston. And they bring him down around the 34.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Herbert to throw once more. Short pass brought in. And he's gotten it down to the 30 before going out. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play action. Here's Herbert. He's going to dump this one off to the fullback. Complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, you have a tight end with his hand on the ground? Yes, coach. You have a fullback still on your roster? Yes, coach. Then you're going to be just fine.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. It's Herbert once more. Johnston brings it in. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Timeout's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Herbert throwing again. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. Jukes out a 1-stop. And he found a little room to turn it into a nice gain down to the 6. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Herbert from the gun. Chased out to his right. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there's none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. They'll send their tight end right. Looking to throw. The throw is caught. And they get this down to the 7-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a 1-score ball game. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Eskridge on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Dolphins offense ready to go as they take the field. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Completed to his running back. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. First and 10 from the 41. Setting up to pass. Oh, and they got there in time. He's taken down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Here's what I know. I know this one, Kate, from personal experience. After this one's over, QB, well, he's going to spend some time in that cold tub because he's been in so much time on the ground, taking a beating today. This offensive line, this offense has got to find a way to protect the passer.
Offense to the line for second down. Here he is to throw. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. That one intended for Jalen Waddle. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And he's there to send that one away incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And that brings up 4th and long.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Here he is to throw. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
The quarterback's so worried about challenging the DBs in coverage, he didn't keep an eye on the lineman in front of him. He threw it right towards him, and it was easy to get a pop and swat away a potential 1st down.
The Charger offense making its way to the field. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
Second and 6 coming up here. They run the counter with Dobbins. And he'll be stopped after getting this down to the 31. The Dolphins choosing to spend their final time out here. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
A big try coming up here for Cameron Dicker. He was money on his first field goal, Brock. His second coming a little inside of 50 yards. Brown's kick is up and good. And it's now a 2-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
That kick right there, Kate, it was a crucial one that really just caused their odds of winning this game to jump substantially. Now we've got a 2-score game. It really leaves no room for error for this opposing offense as they prepare to take the field.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. From a couple yards deep, this is going to come out. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Tagovailoa. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Incomplete. It's second down and 10.
Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. All right, one more snap to play here. One final shot here. Rolling left, buying some time. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. So the Chargers take this one on the road. And even fighting that dreaded body clock with a West Coast trip, they played their game, and they're taking this victory back east with them. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a win for the Chargers as we say so long from Miami.